Welcome back everybody, it's N55 Morris with another video, and we continue our series, Is It Worth the Express, for our Mini Cooper. Now, this is an Amazon valve cover with the valve cover gasket, of course, already underneath. Additionally, we do have some heat resistant tape from Amazon as well. As always, any links to stuff I use will be down below. So what are we doing today? Of course, with the valve cover and valve cover gasket, if you've seen the video before, you'll see that it is leaking right near the bottom edge. And funny enough, this is right where the turbo sits. So I wondered, how would I get some more heat protection? Of course, I could put back a heat shield, which I will be doing as well. But for additional, I have heat resistant tape, which we hope should work. So what I'm going to do today is actually kind of just line it right down here on its bottom, and also pop the cover off from the car itself, is where the ignition coil leads come from, and put some heat resistant tape along there as well. This hopefully shall keep the valve cover from cooking from the heat and make the longevity of it increase. Just like anything else you would use an adhesive on, what you want to do is clean off the place you plan on sticking with some isopropyl alcohol. This is some disinfectant hand spray, which is 80% alcohol, which will do the exact same thing. So then I'll take an approximate measurement of how far I want this tape to go. I'm going to kind of keep it right about here, right in the front, and take my scissors, give a cut straight as possible. Now, after walking up and knowing how well and how long this will be, and liking that, I'll get a little closer view for everybody. I'm going to remove the gasket that's pre-installed, at least peel it down a bit, just so it doesn't get snagged or snipped when I have the knife to cut it to length. With the gasket removed, I'm going to peel back just a little bit of the tape to expose the adhesive side. And I get close and line the bottom of the tape with the bottom of the valve cover gasket. After pressing down where it will sit, what I'm going to do is make some relief cuts on the upward position on where it kind of overlaps and makes almost where it bubbles up for the circle. This is just where the bolts go. This way it can lay back flat down. Additionally, what I'm going to do is kind of mark it over, like roll this edge like this, push it all the way down, and then I'll just get the knife and run along the seam on top, so it'll be a nice clean cut, or at least clean as possible. Now we can see what we are working with. Once again, we have the holes for the bolts still need to be opened up, but I'm just giving you guys a progress update of how it's looking. After I do that, I will pop down to the car and get this cover off so we can wrap and do the same thing what we did over here on that. Now here's the final update. You see a wonderful clean line at the bottom of the heat tape. Up here it did get a little messy, but once again I'll have the cover over here so it will not be much of an issue, and we can see the bolt holes are cut. It does help because there is a metal insert, so you can just cut around the outside of the metal insert. Of course, I do have a fresh blade, so it does help, and I would recommend that. So once again, let me get the coil pack wiring harness cover and actually do the exact same thing. Front of the valve cover and now the ignition coil harness cover, both wrapped in our heat reflective tape. I am no pro at any of this, as that's the whole point of this channel. This is my first time doing it. Once again, all materials that you can just simply buy on Amazon, and then just a little bit of patience, creativity, and time. So, all right, everybody, we are now back at the Mini. You can see I already have the valve cover off. Once again, those who didn't understand, I was not going to film this, as there are lots of wonderful, great videos already out online. Plus, honestly, this is very simple. It only took me about 15 minutes. So, as the things to note, make sure the surface where the gasket will meet is clean, as well as in the corners. So the corner on the bottom right and in the top right, I found that there was still some gasket material kind of stuck there. So I kind of worked it with just my fingernail underneath the glove, because you do not want to scratch the surface. So a little trick and tip, as I did mention, use some of this Ultimate RTV just right where this has the heating problem. So I'm going to do it just right down this front of where the turbo is, as well as just a touch in the corner. I'm putting it on the metal side, not on the gasket itself, and this should help seal the valve cover gasket that much better. So I'll put this on time lapse and I'll get right to it. Well, everybody, that is it. The first iteration of Is It Worth the Express on my Mini Cooper S. So that is the valve cover gasket, and with a pop of flare, we have some heat resistant tape. I'll have all the links in the description, as you always know I do, but I hope you guys enjoyed. This one will definitely be followed up, because of course, it's not like this is going to leak a day or two later. It may leak next month, next few months, or even a year. But regardless, I will let you guys know. Once again, thank you everybody for tuning in, and hope to catch you all next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.